Oh Lord, tell me why my little free trial to Cyrus is over and I'm sad. I'm gonna miss them, baby. Yes, I'm gonna miss them, but like, no, no, because the last time I had a business relationship with them, things went left. Yeah, now far left, child. What Beyonce had said. But anyway, hey, Pooper Stars. It's your girl Sharon Day. Child, and I want to welcome her. I know. It's getting silly. I want to welcome everybody back to my channel, back to a new show, and back to a new week. Y'all make sure y'all scoot up and hit the damn like. Child, I'm in the building. First of all, I just want to appreciate all of these cosigns that I've been getting. You hear me? Yeah. Shout out to that. I said it sound greener, and you know everything's greener. Baby, it's all green. Yeah, playtime over. This the big league. Go. Child, so listen, Blueface and Nevaeh had a baby. Congratulations to them. Yeah, now the truth is, congratulations to them. Um, but it's the internet for me. Ooh, it's the internet. Yeah, now the truth is the internet. The internet. Ooh. Internet. They be tripping. Yeah, no, the truth is they be tripping. They be just saying all of this old crazy stuff. Like, don't y'all just hate when the internet be just behind? Like, for instance, this is a good example. So, Christian went to Blueface's house. Okay, that's what Nevaeh saw her at. She saw Christian at Blueface's house. Not the baby shower. The baby shower was somewhere else. But people swear up and down that Christian is a mess for going to the baby shower. Now, I am aware that they saying that she went to the baby shower. But there's no footage of her at the baby shower. So it's like, child's a mess, y'all. When I say a mess, I mean a mess. The truth is, let's talk about it. First of all, shout out to Ed. Listen. First of all, shout out to everybody in the circus, okay? All circus members. It just is what it is. Shout out to them all. Now, do we have some that we like more than others? Yes, of course, but it is what it is. Like, I tell y'all all the time, I try not to be biased, you know what I'm saying? Like, I try my hardest not to be biased. Although, it is what it is. Yeah, now, truth is, but I'm never gonna not stop trying. You know what I'm saying? It is. But when I say it is what it is, I mean that. Like, well, let me just tell you, when I said it is what it is, like, it popped up in my head that, like, we've been knowing Christian before we knew Nevaeh, right? It is what it is. So there will be a small. You feeling me? It just is what it is. But congratulations to Nevaeh, okay, on giving birth. I don't listen. Nevaeh gonna be okay with me. The truth is, she gonna be, what I'm saying, okay. It's just, it is what it is. Because listen, she ain't the first person or the last person that had something to say about somebody's kid. It just is what it is. Do I agree with that? No. But will we be like in the middle like Moni? Absolutely not. Okay. So anyway, shout out to that. And shout out to all the members of the circus, okay? Because y'all have been putting it down in the town. But more importantly, not more importantly, but you know, mostly though, shout out to Blueface, okay? And Christian though, both of them. Yeah, the truth is because you know, I just feel like he couldn't have done it by himself, you know, and she couldn't have done it by herself. Well, maybe they could, you know what I'm saying? But anyway, shout out to them. Because like that when I say they've been like salt and pepper, baby. Push it. Okay, yeah, but push it. They've been pushing it. So, you know, shout out to them. And like I said, like, listen, I got a couple of cosigns. You know, which it is what it is. Cause y'all know it's come out now. I said, come out, come out. Y'all come talk that talk with me. I told y'all, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Y'all know I be knowing what I'm talking about. Period. I always do, baby, and I always will. Now, first of all, I told y'all, let me tell y'all something. I remember when Christian gave birth, right? When Christian gave birth, I remember I said, this is Christian's internet. Y'all remember I said that? Oh, that's funny. But then, you know, Christian ran off. You know, it is what it is. She ran out. You know, Blueface went to jail. She ran out from the internet. She said, Beyonce, you can have this thing back. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. She handed it back to Beyonce like a baton and took out running towards Bino. Okay? And so, it is what it is. But I told y'all that a long time ago. So, Christian, her baby is what? He finna be 3? I think he finna be 3. Either he finna be 3 or he finna be 4. One of the two. You know what I'm saying? But either way it go, I told y'all that many years ago that was this girl, that is this girl's internet. I told y'all a long time ago, like the people be paying attention to Krishan. It is what it is. So I saw somebody basically co-signed that. She was basically saying, well, shit, it's hard to call it Beyonce's anymore, you know, because it's so much. It was funny the way she put it. She was like, it's so much going on. She just don't even want to associate Beyonce with it, okay? And so anyway, shout out to her, shout out to that. And then another thing, so I was telling y'all, I've been telling y'all, tell y'all that it's 3 channels right now. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, no, truth is, say yeah. Truth is, we got 3 channels on social media. You know what I'm saying? That's what it boils down to. It boils down to the rap girls, which they ain't going nowhere. Yeah, no, truth is, the rap girls ain't going nowhere. So you got the Rap Girls Channel 1. Well. It's really no, how can I put it? It's really no order, okay? But it is 3 channels. You got Rap Girls on 1 channel. That's where we hear, you know, the Remy Ma drops and the who beefing with who and the Cardi B, talking about culture. Gotta learn how to fight her and Blossom. Which I don't know, baby. Blossom and her daddy being from the A, both of them. I'm tripping. Both of them daddy from the A, okay? I think they gonna be all right. Mama named Cardi B, yeah. So shout out to her. But like, yeah, you got the Rap Girls channel, you got Blueface channel, and then you got AB and Dean, okay? And then on AB and Dean's channel, every now and then the signal mess up, so other stuff comes in. It just is what it is. But y'all know I've been telling y'all that for weeks now. So here come Tasha K with the cosign, kind of sorta, and academics with the cosign. So shout out to that. Tasha K was basically saying that like ain't nobody watching nothing else but Blueface them. Truth is, you know. And then DJ Academics was saying that he was just saying that, like, yeah. Blueface is really. He said he gives Blueface like the #1 in real life streamer right now. Well, no. He said he up there, and he is. He definitely up there in the top 5. So I agree with DJ Academics. But you know what? DJ Academics was saying that Blueface is like he said the only people standing in Blueface's way is Neon and Speed. And I said, you know what? Honestly, nah. Listen, I don't watch Neon, so I don't know like that. But I will say this: Neon got to get to the left. Yeah, nah, what Beyonce said. Because in our community, you know what I'm saying, so to speak, you got Speed, then you got Blueface. Okay, it just is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, nah, truth is. So it is what it is. Shout out to him. Who is just, I don't know. It's just, I don't know. It's really hard to explain, but like, he just is really on fire as far as entertainment goes. He really, really, really has picked it up. Now, I will say this, though. I think there's a show coming. Y'all make sure y'all hit the like button. Yeah, hit the damn like. That's how y'all let the people know, okay? That's how y'all be like, yeah, get in here. Type-ish. No, what was I telling y'all? Shout out to him, though, because he is, like, it is what it is. He has really picked things up. I heard y'all over there subscribing to Kick and all of that. So shout out to that. Me personally, I am not in no rush to go to no platforms. I'm not. If I go to Kick, I'm gonna give me a kick, okay? And we're gonna kick it. Okay, I'm not going just to kick. I'm not going on Kick just to watch Blueface. Because it's so many people that already over there clipping and they doing a good job. Yeah, no, truth is, y'all are just all doing a good job. So shout out to that. But yeah, congratulations to him and Nevaeh. They had their baby. Now I will say this: a lot of people feel like the baby is dog. They say, child, the baby is thigh meat. Dog, they say. And people were saying, this lady said, like, listen, well, y'all be fair. Like, give this baby time to get his color. And that I agree with. Okay, it just is what it is. Yeah, and then not to mention, Wax says that, there will be a DNA test coming soon. He was saying that Nevaeh isn't, against that. So anyway, shout out to her. And shout out to that. I know she's so happy to have that baby. Now this is what I was saying. A lot of people keep saying stress made her have a baby, stress made her have a baby. Did y'all listen to what she said? She said she went in and had a procedure done. Okay. And they said that procedure, I don't remember getting it done. I don't. But I'm sitting there thinking, I'm like, okay, maybe I did. I can't remember. But anyway, they were saying that procedure is a procedure that you're going to get done to be induced. Okay, so I guess she was possibly induced. Now, I'm just going to say this. I got to put this out there. California is just different. Yeah, nah, truth is. Because, in Texas, you need a really, really, really good reason to be induced, So, I don't know. But maybe she really had one. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. So, shout out to her, But a lot of people keep saying the stress made her have that baby. No. Okay, no. She was ready to have a baby. Okay? She even mentioned drinking castor oil, okay? Old school, just a little bit. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people recommend, a little bit of that if you're trying to go into labor. Uh, now that's other people. Me, not so much. It is what it is. I've never done that. Okay. Um, 4 babies later. I've never done that. But, um, again, congratulations to Nevaeh because, it is what it is. The baby is here. And I know she's so happy. Lord have mercy. I can't even, for a woman who's never had a baby or a man, it's just hard to describe the feeling, but it's just like a sense of relief. Big time, it's almost like having a cast taken off or braces or anything that you've been waiting on, you know what I'm saying? It's just relief, you know what I'm saying? So like if you take a Tylenol when you've been having a headache, that's kind of what it feels like. But it takes a long, long time for your body to, like in your mind, you're relieved, but your body, it take your body a long time to catch up to that. So anyway, congratulations to her. The baby's here. They had their baby. And yeah, I feel like it's only gonna get interesting from here. Congratulations to Krishan too, who went the hell home. Okay. And got back on her grind. Let me tell you something. Krishan has a hell of a team in Baltimore. Yeah, it is what it is. She does. She has a hell of a team. But, I don't know. I just feel like Krishan is battling not just Blueface. You know what I'm saying? It's not just Blueface. I think Krishan is just battling her old life, so to speak, with her new one. Trying to make it all mesh and make it make sense, I think she's just trying to figure it out. And truth is, I don't know, because I've never been. But I think when it comes to Baltimore, it's probably like not much going on there as far as like in comparison to LA. If that makes sense. But I also will say this too, though. LA be having too much going on sometimes. Let's talk about it. Yeah. And you know how Krishan was basically saying before she left, she was telling Blueface that, like, she be blocking him. She be having to block him to, like, lock in and be focused and stuff. You know what I'm saying? And honestly, I just feel like LA is one of them places where, shit, you gotta block it. It is what it is. You gotta put the whole city on a block list, because honestly, I feel like it's probably just a lot of trouble to get into, so to speak, Child, it is what it is, y'all. Did we not see them? Child, getting down for their crown in them LA streets, that's just crazy to me. It is. Krishan be everywhere else. You know what I'm saying? She be everywhere else. Baltimore, Miami. And wherever else she be in. Don't be having to go through that type of stuff. That should tell you something. But anyway, shout out to her. Because she's back at home. I'm just giving y'all an update on the circus right now for everybody who don't know. She's back at home. Locked in with her team. Her team been having a lot, a funky good time. It seems like they've been having fun with, just teasing her a little bit. Like I forgot what they said. But yesterday they was saying something to the tune of like, when Blueface Kyle, she be dropping everything. Bye. You know what I mean? They was teasing her about it. A little bit, and they was talking about, that love squabble she had, So anyway, it was just interesting to see. And good to see her team rally around her. Congratulations to her too. You know what I'm saying? On just getting the hell on. You know, and back to life, back to reality. Child, she done took it back. So shout out to her, shout out to that. I know Krishan got a lot of flack. She did. She got so much flack over this past weekend for how she was acting. Now, first of all, in the Burberry store, I think Krishan was doing that on purpose. I do. I think she was being loud. I think she was being annoying. I think she was being obnoxious. And I think she was doing it all on purpose. I think, the fact that Krishan might have a little screws loose. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. I think the fact that she might have something going on mentally, right? Well, not the fact. I think the fact that people think that, right? I just think that then they feel, damn, it's kind of hard to explain what I'm saying. But, okay, what am I trying to say? So, in other words, it's almost like people don't think she can cut it on and off, but she can. You know what I'm saying? I think in the Burberry store, I think she was being hell of annoying for different reasons. Lots of different reasons. I think she wasn't feeling Blueface going to the baby shower. I think she wasn't feeling him getting clothes, you know what I'm saying? For the baby shower. Burberry at that, And so Blueface knowing all of this, he bought her some stuff too. You know what I'm saying? But I definitely think that she was being annoying in the Burberry store on purpose. Now, the other little store she was in right before she left, you know what I'm saying, when she climbed up on that thing, I said, oh, look at Krishan. I actually liked it. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. If the people wasn't tripping, I didn't see nothing wrong with it. Because this is the thing. I feel like some people are willing to get up on a counter in a clothing store and some people ain't. You know what I'm saying? It just is what it is. And the ones that are, that's why the world is watching her. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. That's why. And it was kind of like I was telling y'all recently. I feel like a lot of us have a little bit of crazy in us, so to speak. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like we might, y'all make sure I hit the like button too. We might, what's the word I'm looking for? Hold back, so to speak. And I don't want to look like this. And I don't want to look like that. And I feel like that is what separates people from entertainers. Okay, it just is what it is. Yeah, now truth is, y'all. Truth is. So it is what it is. You can look at it two ways. You got a lot of people that like, oh my God, she's a mess. Embarrassing. I'm embarrassed. I get secondhand embarrassed. You know what I'm saying? And then you got the other hand but she's making money. She's making good money. You know what I'm saying? A lot more than the average person. And so here we are. It just is what it is. Shit, it's two ways to look at it. You not willing to put yourself out there, but she is. So that's why she doesn't work a regular job. It is what it is. She gets paid to do the food. basically, you know. And I know I get it. It's so many different people with different attitudes and different opinions and different walks of life. You got a lot of people who feel like she get paid pennies to do that. But it is what it is. So that's that. She caught a lot of flack for that. Me myself personally, I don't know. I just look, so to speak. More importantly, I just look and I don't judge. And I honestly think like I think when you like somebody or are fond of them, you excuse a lot of the stuff that they do too. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, 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 yeah. No, truth is, personally, I think you'll excuse it and you'll view it differently. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. Because just like I was saying, you know what I'm saying? Other people was looking at it like, oh my gosh, she's such an embarrassment. Why is she doing it? And I'm looking at it like, she is crazy. You know what I'm saying? Just flat out crazy. You know what I'm saying? But in a good entertaining type of way, because again, the Burberry store was one thing. um the other store was another. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? See, because the Burberry store, honestly, I think she was doing all of that on purpose. Yeah, now truth is, I think people feel like, oh, she just so embarrassing, you can't take her nowhere. But can you tell when somebody is trying to do that? Because it's like people was talking about it like she was doing it like just being herself. No, no. I don't think she was just being herself. I think she was being obnoxious. You know what I'm saying? On purpose. For different reasons. I think she wanted to possibly get kicked out the store. Let's talk about it. You know what I'm saying? Another thing too, I think, a lot of people feel like, oh, it's so high end. It's so high end. Krishan was in there like, fuck Burberry. You know? Like, like y'all gonna treat it like, but I'ma treat it like it's Lululemon. Cause it is what it is. She was all around and stuff like it's like she was at like it child, she was in Burberry acting like she was in Nike. Or Walmart. It just is what it is. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, but my thing is, I think a lot of people couldn't tell that, like, she was acting. You know what I'm saying? Like, doing it purposely. It's more so, like, people thought that, like, it was just another day being Krishan. Like, it's hard to explain, but yeah, nah, I think she was being annoying on purpose. Hella annoying. But it's no different, right? From the people that do pranks in Walmart and Target and stuff like that. Like, that's what she was doing. You know what I'm saying? That's the energy that she was giving. You know how kids be doing pranks in Walmart and Target and stuff and they be getting kicked out? Like, that's the vibe she was giving. You know what I'm saying? But at the Burberry store. Y'all hold on. Scoot up, hit the like button. It's your girl Shay Renee. I'll be right back. Hold on. Child, anyway, yeah. Shout out to Krishan. And the whole circus. They a mess, okay? Yeah, nah, truth is they a mess. Um, and again, I already told y'all how I felt about her acting like Devo over the weekend. Uh, 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 I was here for it. It is what it is. Shut up. You know? Yeah, nah, truth is. Put the shut to the up. You know, like, it's just that simple. Yeah, no, truth is, this is just gonna be that simple. I take it a step further though. Cause y'all know that's what I like to do. Remember when Stevie J told Jocelyn, go, playtime over, this the big league, go. Remember that? That's the vibe that it's kind of giving too though. You know, it's giving like, it's giving like, I can't explain it, but it seems like Blueface green lighting it a little bit. I could be wrong though, but it's like it is. It's giving like you know, how can I explain it? You know, it's giving like, listen, they talking about my baby, they getting out of pocket. Like I'm gonna have to do something about that, and it's giving Blueface like, okay, you know what I'm saying? Like, but it see like in the beginning he was like, no. You know, if that makes sense. Because Blueface already said he really don't like that type of stuff. You know what I'm saying? And I believe him too. I believe him to a certain extent. You know what I'm saying? To a certain extent. I think he really rather they don't be scrapping with each other, but I think he don't. He also is the type of dude that'll go get a girl for another girl. You know, if that makes sense. So yeah, that's why I said, to me, this just me, right? Before the Jaden Alexis beef between Blueface and Jaden, it was a no-go. It was a no-go. But now I think that they beefing. Now I think he don't care if Krishan reach out. Like T-Mobile. Yeah. Like AT&T, I reach out and touch something. I don't think he cared like that no more. You know, it's like I'm not protecting you from that no more. You know. So honestly, you know, I don't know. I just feel like, you know, mean what you say and say what you mean. It is what it is. Like, stand on business. Stand on business. There go for Nevaeh. They go for Nevaeh and Jaden. They go for Nevaeh and Jaden. And I will say this though. Personally, I don't think that, you know, they supposed to be scared of Krishan. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. Because Krishan is just a human. She's a human. But I think they should just have respect for themselves and respect for that little baby. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. Like, who, like, for real? Like, out of all the things you could talk about, a kid, somebody kid. You know, it just is what it is. But like, people have been doing that since the beginning of time. People will do that since the beginning of time. And at the end of the day, Krishan can't fight every single body that talks about her baby. You know? But I'm not mad at her. You know, like, it's a difference between the internet and then somebody that you finna see. You know, that's a big difference. Somebody that you could get in the same room with. Yeah, no, truth is that's a big difference. You know, so personally, I feel like Nevaeh and Jaden, yeah, yeah. They might want to lay off for that. It just is what it is. They might want to lay off for that. And I take it a step further. Jaden talking about she gonna do this, and that. Jaden, for real? Girl, you sound scary as hell. You know, it is, you scary as hell. Now, you talking about you gonna do this, that, and the third, but why? You know what I'm saying? Why? Like Jada Kiss said. But anyway, child. Yeah. So that's what's going on with them in these internet streets. I hate to say it, but like it's slowing down a little bit if that makes sense. Yeah, no, truth is. It's hard to explain, but somebody was saying that people been watching Nevaeh and Blueface. I think Krishan be turning his streams up. Honestly, I think they turn each other's streams. Anyway, though, shout out to hold on. Anyway, child, so shout out to them, dog. But yeah, they got a lot going on. Shout out to them. Cause I honestly, they're entertaining, right? But at the end of the day, they just young people trying to find their way. All of them, even Blueface. Now anyway, I will say this, baby. I am so ready for I'm ready for the little girls to be born. Which, let me say this, y'all. Everybody been real quiet. Real I love how quiet they was being. Huh? They was watching, Child, I feel like they've been watching the circus with us. Anyway, shout out to them and shout out to them. And shout out to my girl, rap girl, Cardi B. Let me tell y'all, this little rumor is starting to pick up, so let me go ahead and tell y'all real quick before I get up out of here. So I heard like a couple of weeks ago that this girl was saying um this girl was saying that they think Cardi B named her baby Gray. That's so cute to me. Just so y'all know, right on the curve, I don't know how true it is. People been saying his name might be Grayson or something like that. I don't think so. But I will say they were saying that gray might be Stephon Diggs' favorite color. So they might have named him that. That's cute. Real cute. So shout out to that. And shout out to Cardi. But yeah, y'all. So Nevaeh had her baby. It's interesting to see where the nursery gonna be at. You know, is she going back home to her apartment? What's what? Shout out to her. Congratulations to her again. Child, we tuned in. I think Nevaeh been over there with Whack 100, child. Planning out her exit strategy. That's what it seems like, baby. She telling everybody to go to her kid. So shout out to her and shout out to that. I think she's trying to get I think she wants to get her own thing going. You know, which, yeah, that'll be her best bet. That'll be her best bet. It's you know, it's not easy, but she can do it. You know, she can do it. And when I say do it, I mean like, you know, get up in this industry and maintain. I don't know though. It's just, I heard Carlissa saying, I seen a clip of Carlissa saying that Nevaeh can sing. You know, she can sing and she wants to do an album and stuff like that. So that's good. Because I'm going to tell you like this. Other than that, you know, I'm not really sure what she was going to do. You know, but it's lots of options. You know, it's lots of things that she can do. So shout out to her. Shout out to that. You know, a lot of people just fade in the background. So it's gonna be interesting to see what Nevaeh ends up doing, you know? But right now, I'm sure her focus is, you know, on being a mom as it should be. So congratulations on her little one. I know they happy. You know, like even Blueface, I'm sure he kind of happy too, a little bit though. You just never know. Cause honestly, I just think that it was something that he kind of enjoyed about like um Nevaeh being pregnant. You know what I'm saying? And basically like out the way. You know, now ain't no telling how she gonna be. She might be trying to be outside more, you know, which might be an issue for Blueface. It just is what it is. It's gonna be interesting to see, you know what I'm saying, how um things go for the circus from here. But like, yeah, in my personal opinion, expect the views to dip. It just is what it is. I personally, I feel like Blueface and Krishan, neither one of them do the biggest numbers when they not together, if that makes sense. I mean, because even Nevaeh's, they were saying, I don't know how true it is because I'm not on Kick, but even Nevaeh having the baby, they were saying that the views they couldn't get with Krishan being in town, you know. So it is what it is. But personally, I think they have to learn. I told y'all that yesterday. They gotta learn how to make money together and go on about their day. You know, and personally, I do. I think Krishan wants to be with Blueface, but I also get the vibe like, but I'm cool. I'm cool with it not being that way. Yeah, nah, I get that vibe. Because she said before she left, you know, whenever Blueface wants to quit playing around, she'll quit playing around. You know what I'm saying? And she said she'll drop everything for what he got going. You know, but personally, yeah, I think she cool with it. You know, if that makes sense. Because like this is the thing. And I say this all the time. Cause I mean this shit. So shout out to that. Um, Listen, you can miss people, right? You can. But well, hold on. First of all, let me start off with this. When you're apart from somebody, you can miss them a lot. But also, when you're apart from somebody, personally, I think, you know, you give yourself time to like not miss certain stuff about them. You know, like I miss them, but I don't miss the arguing. You know, I don't miss the whatever it is that you don't miss, you know? And so personally, I think Blueface be on some uh it's kind of hard to explain, but it's kind of like Carlissa was saying, you know what I'm saying? He don't really give them nothing to love and really miss about him like that, if that makes sense. So in other words, do he really think that the way he treat Nevaeh gonna make Krishan run back to him or Jaden? I don't get that vibe from neither one of them. I get the vibe from them like, yeah, possibly. Like I would try it again. Like I don't get the vibe from neither one of them like they 100% done with him. But I also don't get the vibe like they trying to be in a relationship with him no more. There's a difference. I think they they feel like, I'm good on him. Because people can really be good on you and your ways. Shit. So anyway, it's your girl Shay Renee. I came, I saw, I conquered y'all. Y'all make sure y'all hit the like button. I'm about to get back off in these internet streets. Bye, y'all.